I trust you're doing good. As in the last time I dropped my first video on Àdàbà Coconut Farm and Resort, I've gotten a lot of questions, especially the one that has to do with the current value of the global market and the projection. Just like I stated in my previous video, the current global value of the coconut market is 14.18 billion US dollar, while the projection by 2034 is 33.71 billion US dollar. We can approximately call that 34 billion US dollar. So the question has been on, if this market is this huge, what are the usefulness of coconut that is driving the value and increasing the demand so much? And don't forget, as far as local consumption within Nigeria is concerned, I shared with us that Nigeria has not been able to meet the local demand in terms of what we need in terms of coconut within the country, such that we are relying on Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana to bridge the gap to an extent. And in 2024, Nigeria spent nothing less than 32.9 billion naira on importation of coconut. So people have been asking questions regarding the drivers of the value that makes the value to be on the rise. If you look at me personally, I am eating coconut as snacks, that I am combining it with corn. That has to tell you one of the benefits. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing two things with you: the benefit of coconut that is causing the increase in demand and creating a lot of business opportunity for you and I, and also those who should invest in Àdàbà Coconut Farm and Resort. So please get a cup of wine or water. Stick around and watch this video to the end, because trust me, if you have been investing in real estate in the past and you have not really gotten it right, I'm coming up with an offer that no matter what you invest, you will recoup your investment in less than 5 years or within 5 years. And subsequently, the returns you'll be making will be massive after the 5th year. So let's go and do justice to today's video. Meanwhile, in case you are here to invest in Àdàbà Coconut Farm and Resort, I want to advise you to take action now, because we are still selling it at pre-launch price. 1 acre is selling for 3.7 million as of today, and on that 1 acre, we are planting 60 coconuts for free, and we're also managing it from the first day you made your payment to the 4th to 5th year when the coconut will start fruiting. And on every 1 acre you invest, you stand to benefit between 6 million to 12 million every year. I mean, on a regular basis, and that will span for more than 50 years. So let's dive into the reason why we're here today. When you look at coconut, it has several things. One of them is the flesh, which is the one I'm using. Another one is the shell. Then it comes with the husk, then the water, and the rest. So we're going to be talking about the flesh. Let me correct this. We're going to be talking about the flesh, the water, the husk, and the shell. So those are the 4 things. Let me adjust this chair so that we'll be able to see clearly. Those are the 4 things we're going to be talking about when it comes to the benefit. Number one is the fresh water. Oh, the fresh of the coconut. If they have eaten coconut before, just like the raw one I'm using, you can eat it as snacks. You can combine it with uh, you can combine it with corn. It makes it taste better. Also, they make use of this fresh coconut to produce coconut oil. They also make use of it for coconut rice, and a lot of other things. Then when it comes to the water, we're talking of health and wellness. The water serves as antioxidant that enables the body to fight free radicals. So it boosts human immune. So they need this water in the health and wellness sector. And when we are talking about the husk plays a serious role in terms. You can use it for decoration, craft and decoration. You can use it for odor and pest control. They can use it for natural scrubber for cleaning. So for manufacturing companies, in fact, most industrial nations make use of this husk for manufacturing of those production. Then the shell also is useful for a lot of things, but I think we should just limit our benefits to this now, because we are, of course, the reason why we are doing this is for us to create, impression that this thing is useful globally, and to link it to the reason why it is on the demand is on the rise. So who should invest in Àdàbà Coconut Farm and Resort? If you are a public servant anywhere in the world, you should invest in this coconut business. Based on human nature, no matter what you have, I can tell you that you are not satisfied with it. And of course, if you are satisfied with what you have, there shouldn't be any need for you to be going to work any longer. So when we are talking about sustainability of existence, when we're talking about financial freedom, when we're talking about planning ahead of the time you won't be able to work, you should consider investing in Àdàbà Coconut Farm and Resort. The reason being that at first, you are going to delay your consumption of value, because if you invest 3.7 million today, which is not what I'm actually looking forward to for you, because the higher you invest, the better for you. So if you invest 3.7 million naira on the land today, you'll be giving your document for land ownership, and the crops, which is the coconut we are planting on it, will take between 4 to 5 years before it starts fruiting, after which you will now be getting returns from the investment, and you can enjoy that for more than 50 years. Now imagine you are not able to work actively again in the next 10 to 5 or 7 years. What will you fall back on? So you can invest on this and fall back on it. Number two is private companies workers. Let's assume you are working in an organization that is not publicly owned, but you are earning income. Investing in Àdàbà Coconut Farm and Resort will enable you to augment your returns, if not now, but in the next 5 years. And when we are talking about the best lifestyle, no matter how much you are earning from wherever you work, you can't compare it with the returns from investment. I can give you an instance. Let's say you invest 37 million from your savings on 10 acres. That will position you to be earning between 60 to 120 million annually from the fifth year. That sounds good, right? Even if you lose your job tomorrow, you have something that you can rely on forever. Then, for parents, regardless of the age of your children, as we speak, you should be thinking of giving them the best of education. If that resonates with how you are thinking, but the challenge has been that how do I fund it? I want to advise you invest on Àdàbà Coconut Farm and Resort in their name and use it to plan for the education of your children. Let's take, for instance, you have Tade, you have Jide, and you have Richard. And the projection in terms of their cost of education in the future is, let's say, 20 million. But based on your current income reality, you can't even afford this. So you can defer your consumption of value by taking money from your savings from your work. Invest on some acres for Jide, invest on some acres for Tade, then invest on some acres for Richard. By the time they get to that stage, already create accounts, create account for each of them, and let the account be in the application form for this investment, such that when the maturity begins, we credit their account. This enough is even more than inheritance, because it will be able to foot the educational bill from the beginning to the end, and it can position them and create the mindset of an entrepreneur in them in the future. That is that for the period. Then for business organizations, the best way you can mitigate risk is through strategic allocation of resources for maximum benefit. Yeah, we understand your business is already generating income, but what if you diversify? What if you invest some fractions of your income into this initiative and defer your consumption of value by just investing some fraction of you can invest on 50 acres, you can invest on 100 acres, you can invest on, depending on your capacity. Now, what it means is that even if you have partners who are investing in your company, by the time you push of some of your fund to investing on this our Àdàbà Coconut Farm and Resort, you are already projecting that in the future, whether things go wrong or go right, you have a room to play about. It makes fulfilling your obligations with your partners investor, it makes it much more easier. Then for and traders as well, it doesn't matter the scale, the volume of the business you're doing. What matters is what you use the money for and how well you use the money. By the time you see this thing manifesting, you will be amazed you take this decision. Then for big companies, I think I've discussed about that too. Diversify your investment, look into positioning yourself ahead of the future, then find a better way to mitigate your risk by investing in Àdàbà Farms and Resort. Now, what are the offers we have as of today? The offers we have as of today at the introductory level is we are selling an acre for 3.7 million. And on the acre, the returns attached to it is between 6 million to 12 million. So if you want more, you can now say, okay, I think I'm interested in 100 acres. So by showing interest in 100 acres, you can now multiply 60 million on the average, which is the projection, by 100. That should be, wait a minute, please. I want to take you through the process. Let's say 6 million, right? Multiply by 100 acres. So you stand the chance of making between 600 million, and that is if you invest in 100 acres. So, where is the location of the estate? It is located in Owode, and as we speak, preparation is ongoing. And in fact, we started our cultivation already. Of course, you know how it works. We do the cultivation, we transplant. We call it nursery in most cases. And what most of our people would want to know is why Owode, Ogun State. First, Owode in Ogun State is not far from where we have the Gateway International Airport. So, if exportation is part of our intention, it makes it more easier. And for us to get the size of land we are making use of for this project, you have to go that route. And another reason is we don't want it to be in a place that we won't be able to inspect whatever they are doing on site from time to time. Yes, we know our team, they're a team of experts and they know what they do. We don't have any doubt in their credibility, because we have seen them demonstrating with some of big firms you can think of within the country. So what I will advise you to do right now is to reach out to the contacts on your screen. But before I go, let me share about 3 to 4 features we are bringing to the estate with you, and I believe it will amaze you. One, we are going to be having a world-class hotel in the estate because there is an international airport in Ogun State. So it will create an avenue for people to be able to lodge within the estate. And since the place has potential of becoming a tourist center, it will command a global tourist attraction. People that will be coming for visiting, there should be accommodation for them. And of course, the hotel will come with restaurants, just like then artificial lake, for people to have fun and all that. A golf court, yes. Then we're going to have a ranch that will command global attention. Don't wait to buy, is what they say. Buy and wait. We have done the online unveiling of the estate just last week or thereabout, and between that period and now, I can tell you that we have 200 acres for pre-launch. Almost 70% of that is gone. Almost 70% of that is gone already. So you need to pick up your phone and call the number on your screen right now so we can get you started and position you for the future. Hopefully by first week of next month, we are doing physical launching. First week or second week, we're doing physical launching. So don't wait until it gets that time before you buy, because if you are waiting to buy by that time, that means you will be buying at a higher rate. I remain Dr. Kazim Yakini, a real estate investment expert. Thanks for watching.